and you are welcome to Biology Reward. Today we are discussing the very important topic of class 12th and unit is biotechnology. So in this biotechnology, today we are discussing regarding the tools of recombinant DNA technology. Tools of recombinant DNA technology. That's the very important topic, and we have to understand what are the different tools of the recombinant DNA technology. Students, you can see in the given picture, recombinant DNA technology. In this technology, there are the three important things. The first step where the foreign DNA is extracted. Similarly, plasmid DNA is also extracted. Now, foreign DNA and plasmid DNA are cut into the small pieces, and a piece of the foreign DNA and the plasmid, they are joined together with the ligase enzyme. Then when the foreign DNA and the plasmids are joined together with the ligase enzyme, now this DNA piece is inserted to the other organism, and this process is called the transformation. And through this transformation, the foreign DNA is introduced into the bacteria, and that bacteria will produce the many products which are desired product, and this type process is called the recombinant DNA technology. So in this recombinant DNA technology, we are discussing what are the basic tools of recombinant DNA technology. So this recombinant DNA technology also we are saying rDNA technology. R is for recombinant DNA technology. So in recombinant DNA technology tools we are discussing today, and first one tool is the enzymes. Enzymes are the basic tools for the recombinant DNA technology. Second tool is cloning vector. Cloning vector, we will discuss about these all tools one by one. So first tool is enzymes, second tool cloning vector, and third one competent host organism. So these are the three basic tools in the recombinant DNA technology. In this video we are discussing regarding the enzymes, tools of recombinant DNA technology. Students, in recombinant DNA technology, basic enzymes are used. These are restriction enzyme, first one, the restriction enzyme. This enzyme, it cut the DNA to fragments. So the DNA is cut. So the enzyme which is used for the cutting of DNA, it's called the restriction enzyme. Restriction enzyme, it cut the DNA to fragment. Point one. Number two enzyme is RNA polymerase enzyme used in recombinant DNA technology, and this RNA polymerase, it's make the copies of so this is DNA polymerase, and this DNA polymerase, it helps for makes the DNA copies. So number of copies of the DNA are formed in the recombinant DNA technology. So enzyme is used, that is the DNA polymerase enzyme. Second, ligase enzyme, this help to joining of DNA fragment. Linking of DNA fragment is the specific terms used in our NCERT book. So three enzymes we remember. Restriction enzyme, it cut the DNA. DNA polymerase help for making the copies of DNA, and ligase enzyme, it help to joining or linking of DNA fragment. So students, first we should remember how nomenclature of restriction enzyme. Nomenclature of restriction enzyme. So for nomenclature of the restriction enzyme, we have the different restriction enzyme E. coli R1, B. BOM H1, E. coli R2, Sol1, PST1. So, what are the basic rules for the nomenclature of restriction enzyme? Restriction enzyme. So, while the naming of the restriction enzyme, as I told you, restriction enzyme they help to cut the DNA. So, name of restriction enzyme, it's called the nomenclature of the restriction enzyme. For nomenclature, in each restriction enzyme, suppose here is E, here B, E, S and P. The first letter, it indicates the genus. First letter, it indicates the genus. So, these are the all enzymes. These are restriction enzymes. So, first letter here E, here B, here E, here S and P. This first letter indicate the genus. So, E stand for Escherichia, B stand for Bacillus, S stand for Streptomyces. So, these are the genus. So, in restriction enzyme, first letter, it indicates the genus. Whereas, second and third letter, here you will see CO, AM, CO, AL, ST. So, all these second and third letter, they indicate the species. The second letter, its here species is coli, here species is amyloliquefaces, here species is the coli, here species is the alba, here species is the sturti. So, second and third letter, they indicate the species. Then, fourth letter, this first letter is R, here is a H, here is a R. So, this fourth letter, it indicates the type of identification. It means which type of strain, is present, and that strain is fourth letter, it type of identification, and this indicates the types of strain. And Roman number, first you will see Roman number, first edition, second edition. This Roman number in the enzyme, it shows the order in which enzyme isolated. Which one enzyme is isolated first, it is given 1. If they isolated second, then it is given the second. So this type, the Roman number indicate the order in which enzyme are isolated. So nomenclature of restriction enzyme, first letter genus, second, third letters indicate species, fourth letter indicate the types of identification of the strain, and Roman number they indicate order in which the enzymes are isolated. So this is all about the nomenclature of the enzyme. Now we are coming back to the restriction endonuclease enzyme. In restriction endonuclease enzyme, the discovery of restriction endonuclease enzyme and what is the background for the work of the restriction enzyme. In 1963, two enzymes restrict the growth of the bacteriophage in E. coli were isolated. In 1963, the growth of bacteria in E. coli was restricted due to two enzymes. So, two enzymes are isolated in 1963 which restrict the growth of bacteriophage in E. coli. And one of the enzyme, this enzyme add the methylyl group to the DNA, and that's why the growth of bacteriophage get restricted in E. coli. So first one enzyme, this enzyme added methyl group to the DNA, so the growth of bacteriophage in E. coli get restricted. This was the one enzyme. Another enzyme, it cut the DNA, and that enzyme nowadays it is called the restriction endonuclease enzyme. So the second enzymes we are talking, this enzyme which which restrict the growth of bacteriophage in E. coli because it cut the DNA. So the DNA is cut, and it is due to the restriction endonuclease enzyme. So, two enzymes are discussed. One enzyme which add the methyl group to DNA, and second enzyme it cut the DNA fragment. So, that enzyme which cut the DNA fragment, it is called restriction endonuclease. Now, restriction enzymes belong to large class of the enzyme, and this all the restriction enzyme, they belong to large class of the enzyme, and it's come as a nucleases enzyme. So what are the nuclease enzyme? These are the restriction enzyme. So restriction enzyme belong to large class of the enzyme, it is called the nuclease. So nuclease enzyme, restriction enzymes belong to large class of the enzyme, and this is called the nuclease. So nuclease enzymes are the restriction enzyme, and this enzyme they cut the DNA molecule. In nuclease enzyme we have to study here exonuclease enzyme and endonuclease enzyme. That's very important. So nuclease enzymes are what? These are the restriction enzymes only, and this restriction enzyme are two types. Exonuclease enzyme, this remove the nucleotide from the end of the DNA. Suppose this is the DNA fragments. This is the DNA fragment. So this enzyme, it cut the DNA from the end portion. So exonuclease is the enzyme. It remove the nucleotide from end of the DNA. So this is exonuclease enzyme. Second enzyme, which is called the molecular seizure also. It's very important. This is molecular seizure. It is called restriction endonuclease enzyme. So restriction endonuclease enzyme, REN. And this enzyme is called the molecular seizure also. Why it's called the molecular seizure? Because this endonuclease enzyme, it cut at the specific point in the sugar phosphate backbone in specific palindromic sequence. So very important. This term is very important term. So endonuclease enzyme, what is the function? It cut the DNA at specific point. Suppose it is the DNA molecule, and in this DNA molecule, it cut in specific point in the sugar phosphate backbone. So sugar and phosphate molecule, they form the backbone in DNA. So this backbone is cut in a specific point. So in specific point, here we will come which one is a specific point. So it cut the DNA at the specific point in the sugar phosphate backbone in specific palindromic sequence. So it cut the DNA at restriction endonuclease enzyme. It cut the DNA in specific point and in specific sequence, and this sequence is called palindromic sequence. So it means it cut DNA in palindromic sequence. So first we should understand what do you mean by palindromic sequence. What do you mean by palindromic sequence? Students, you will see in normally one word is given madam, M-A-D-A-M, madam word. If you will read madam from this direction, M-A-D-A-M, or if you will read from this direction, M-A-D-A-M, if backward and forward, if you are reading forward or you are reading backward, so sequence of the alphabet comes same. Here sequence of the letters are the same. Secondly, Malayalam also. In Malayalam also, forward you will read the word from M-A-L-A-Y-A-L-A-M. Backward once you are reading, the sequence also come M-A-L-A-Y-A-L-A-M, Malayalam. So it means forward and backward. The sequence of the alphabet is same. So in DNA also, when the DNA molecule is cut if DNA molecule is cut due to the restriction endonuclease enzyme. Restriction endonuclease enzyme. So when DNA molecule, it is the DNA molecule, and if DNA molecule is cut, this is the DNA molecule of DNA. This is the double helical structure of DNA, and when the molecules of DNA is cut, so this we are getting the fragment of the DNA. In this fragment of DNA, it's a T, T, A, T, T, A, C, such C, G, A. It is T, T, A, then it is C, G, and A. So here you will see, if DNA molecule due to the restriction endonuclease enzyme, we are talking what is the function of restriction endonuclease enzyme, which is also known as molecular seizure, because this cut the DNA molecule in specific point. That's a very important specific point in palindromic sequence. So that it is called the molecular. So what is palindromic sequence we are talking? Here if DNA molecule is cut, we got this fragment. TAACGA. This type if you get TAACGA. So forward direction. If you will read this one, TAACGA. So forward and backward, both direction, the sequence of the nitrogenous bases are same. So this fragment is called the palindromic sequence. This sequence is called another. Also you can do, and we can make such type of another palindromic sequence also. So if I am taking the CCG, so here also you should write C, C and G. It is T, T and C. So here T, T and C. This is the also fragment which is in the palindromic sequence. So CCG, C, here you will see this direction, CCG. Here also this direction, CCG. TTC, it's a TTC. So here, if the, what is palindromic sequence? So restriction endonuclease enzyme, it cut at the specific point in the sugar phosphate backbone and in specific palindromic sequence. It means, what is palindromic sequence? It means a group of letters that form the same words when read both forward and backward. So here if you are reading forward and backward, the nitrogenous bases in the DNA fragments are same. So this is palindromic sequence. Here also you can see, here forward and backward sequence of nitrogenous bases is the same. So this is called the palindromic sequence. So restriction endonuclease enzyme is called the molecular seizure because it cut the DNA at a specific point and in specific palindromic sequence. It means sequence of the nitrogenous bases forward and backward are the same. So this type of fragment, this type of sequence is called the palindromic sequence. So very important role of restriction endonuclease enzyme is it cut the DNA in specific point and in specific palindromic sequence. Then the first restriction endonuclease, it is Hend second. It is the enzyme Hend second. So first restriction endonuclease, this is the enzyme Hend second, H-I-N-D, Hend second. So first word indicate genus, then another word, first, third and second and third it indicates the species. So Hend second, it cut the DNA in specific sequence of 6 base pair known as recognition sequence. So if DNA is cut into the specific sequence, so in B there are 6 base pair. So first restriction endonuclease, it it is hint second, and it cut the DNA in sequence of 6 base pair. If I am writing CCAATT, this is the DNA sequence. So if the DNA is cut into the specific sequence which is having 6 base pair, and this is known as recognition sequence. So restriction endonuclease hint second, it cut the DNA in specific sequence of 6 base pair, and this 6 base pair known as the recognition. So thus student, the palindromic sequence is a group of letters that form the same word when read both forward and backward. So in this also, this is also the palindromic sequence. In this you will read the nitrogenous bases. It's in this direction once we are reading. It is GAATTC. And this side direction also you will read GAATTC. If the nitrogenous base sequence forward and backward are the same, so this sequence is also called palindromic sequence. Now, when the restriction endonuclease enzyme cut the DNA in palindromic sequence, then it leave the single strand away from this nitrogenous bases. So this is the single strand away from the nitrogenous bases, and this single strand of nitrogenous bases which are away from the palindromic base sequence, they leave the single strand here, and this portion at the end, and there are overhanging stretches. They are called the sticky end because they form hydrogenous bond. They form the hydrogen bond between complementary base pair. So we should understand now, after the palindromic sequence, what is sticky end. So in sticky end, what do you mean by sticky end? So just you know these palindromic base sequences, and when they are cut, so here is a single strand portion away from the base pair. So this is the DNA of vector DNA. This is the DNA we have taken from the foreign DNA. So in this also nitrogenous base are, it's complementary to each other. G combined with C, A with the T, A with T. Here also nitrogenous bases, complementary bases. So when the restriction endonuclease, it cut the DNA molecule, so away from the nitrogenous bases, this is the nitrogenous bases, they cut the DNA it in this end. When this strand of DNA is cut, so GC, here this portion of the DNA is cut. So when this portion of the DNA is cut, the remaining part is left, that is TTAA, and this end of the DNA is called the sticky end. Similarly, in the foreign DNA, this is the foreign DNA, when the C and G, this molecule, C and G molecule, here C and G is cut. It means AATT, this molecule, G and C is cut up to this one, this is cut. When GCTTAA, it is cut, then what is left? It is AATTC, this end. So this is called the sticky end of the foreign DNA, and it is called the sticky end of the vector DNA. So definition of the sticky end is what? Sticky end, restriction endonuclease enzyme, it cut the DNA away from the palindromic base sequence, leaving the single strand portion at the end. There are overhanging stretches. These are called overhanging stretches. This is also overhanging stretches, and these overhanging stretches are called sticky end because they form hydrogen bond between the complementary base pair. Now this sticky end of the vector DNA and this sticky end of the foreign DNA, they combine together to form the recombinant DNA. Because this T will combine with A, T will combine with A will combine with T, and this recombinant DNA is formed. So overall, in the tools of recombinant DNA technology, today we have discussed the enzymes, and especially exonuclease enzyme, endonuclease enzyme, and restriction endonuclease enzyme. It's cut the DNA in palindromic sequence, leaving the sticky